Well, my name, Kendra Mitchell. I am a recent graduate of Florida State University, twice over. I've earned both my master's and my PhD in English, but under the category or in the discipline of rhetoric and composition studies. Having a PhD, even though it's in English, and even though it's in rhetoric and composition studies, the process that allowed me to accomplish that created such a capacity for me to deal with complex situations. So I can distill that degree, I can distill my graduate experiences into other lived experiences. So I can transfer that into a non-teaching environment, so it's portable. So graduate work is not just about, it's very much about being a specialist in the area, but it's not only about that. And I think if you miss it and only weigh your options based on that, I think you might miss an opportunity to cultivate your brand. Would I do anything different? I'm a very reflective person, and there have been highs and lows. There have been, not to sound cliche, but peaks and valleys. But I think good, bad, and indifferent, those experiences have shaped who I am today. I wouldn't take anything for my journey. I would not trade any of those experiences because I'm afraid of what that would take away from me. Every loss, every disappointment that I've experienced along the way. For instance, in 2014, when I was nearing the end of my dissertation, I actually had collected all of my data. I had been working 3 jobs. I had been doing all of these things. I was the president of a nonprofit, local nonprofit, all of these things simultaneously. And my home was broken into. I was burglarized. They stole my laptop, they stole my data, and I had to start over. That hurt in a way I can't even describe it. The fact that I never thought that I would be to this point where I could actually talk about it and smile and not be tear-filled. Not only was that a huge setback or, for my career, but it was a huge violation as well, and I had to work through it. I still had to teach. I still had to perform all of my responsibilities. And I'm glad that I went through it because I think my scholarship was stronger afterwards. I defied odds. I finished in record time. In a year's time, I rewrote things. I did it, and I had the Fulbright. It was almost like, I don't think the story would have been the same had I just done things as everyone else has done them. And then, oh, great, you also have a Fulbright. Well, that seems great. It seems like you've been spoon-fed. It seems like you've had all the opportunities given to you. And that has not been the case. They've been hard-won, but they've been worth the fight. So I wouldn't trade them. They've fortified me. They've created such a compassion for my students. I have understanding and empathy for the student who is often overlooked, the one who we don't know is a scholar yet, because on the surface, they're still walking through some difficult moments or some transitional periods. And like those who've done it for me, that's something that I aim to do. It's like, I want to be there for that person. I want to be an example. Don't limit yourself to who you think you want to be today. I did not know that I wanted the opportunities that I had. I did not know that I wanted to travel abroad and teach in multilingual contexts. I didn't know that I wanted to have the opportunity to lead research initiatives. I didn't know those things were of interest to me because I had not been exposed to that. So I would say first, allow yourself the liberty of being exposed to new experiences.